channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 cast makeover video of the Larson family, and I'm super excited to bring this video to the channel just because I have been waiting and holding off to record this video for the longest time, just because ever since I ended the cats and dogs chapter 1 of the Larson family's life, I felt like, you know, they are growing up before my eyes and I'm also growing up, and I wanted to give them more of a grown-up adult look because they are both 19, both Nina and Darius Larson, who have a 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old daughter named Nevaeh. And since all three of them are getting older, it was time for them to give an upgraded look. So that being said, I have a lot to talk about in this video along the lines of Nina and mostly Nina and a little bit of Darius, but that being aside, you know, other than that, I feel like that, you know, ever since Cats and Dogs was released on November 10th, 2017, and like a few months before that, I went to Sims camp and I started planning out my LP. And initially I didn't know what I was going to do just because I was like kind of jumbled around with like so many different things. But when I knew, I physically and emotionally knew that this was going to be a series that I was going to plan out to the fullest extent, to where I can see myself doing this for a very, very, very long time. And I love watching LPs on YouTube. I mostly love watching Jen's series, like the Foremans. I've been watching her Foreman Let's Play since like City Living days, and so like seeing her, how much she expresses how much she loves her Foremans, that's how much I love my Larsons. And even though they aren't the same, I feel like that this family, the Larsons, are one of my most prized possessions that I physically do not want to let go ever, just because they are my children and I want the best for them. But you know, life takes a turn, life takes a 360 sometimes, and can ruin your life and can make your life go to crap where you want to have a mental breakdown every like 5 days or whatever, or you know, a family member dies, or your husband or your wife or your brother, for all who knows, goes to jail for some unforgivable things where you honestly don't know how to react to it until that time comes when you have to kind of speak on their behalf at court. And that's what's going through Nina's life right now. She's going through it in a time in her life where she's about to get married. Her daughter Nevaeh is about to go to preschool. They have to figure out how they're going to live in a different home one day. And her brother Nate is going to jail for life for things that he was accused of, and he had to deal with on his own because he never really had a general support system in his life other than his parents. And after his parents died, he kind of went AWOL. He was okay for a while after he like graduated from college and met Savannah and had Max and moved into a house in the suburbs of New Crest. And ever since like slowly towards like the midway of having Nina move into the family in Nate's house with Savannah and Max, and including Woofers, their dog, I think like in the mid time of that period when Nina and Darius both purchased a plot of land to open up their own art studio slash like, you know, retail shop, when it was very, very successful, they felt like that they could do this on their own and be entrepreneurs one day, and they still are. But in that mix of that whole buying the business and having these parties and all these publicity stunts, whatever, or publicity things for their business, Nate kind of felt left out. And so we're like towards like the middle of that, when he went to the party, it was that turning point in his life when he met Siobhan Fry, where Siobhan Fry was dating Don Lothario at the time, and Don Lothario was like in the mob slash gang whatever, and it was weird. Don told Siobhan Fry to flirt with Nate Larson at the party when Savannah was like kind of walking up the stairs, and so she kissed him, and then he kind of reacted and kissed her back, and Savannah caught him in the act. And so like in that whole like scenario, that was kind of basically the turning point for him, where he felt like he could never be happy. He could never really have that sense of like support anymore. If he did this, he would lose all respect from his entire family, and he did. And when he kind of met Dawn, it was like, let's make Siobhan Fry disappear. And so Dawn told Nate to make Siobhan disappear. So he did, and now he's kind of, you know, suffering the consequences of his actions and some other things that we won't discuss right now. But other than that, Nina has to deal with this all on her own, kind of. I mean, she has the support of, you know, Savannah, and that's basically it, because her grandparents, or her grandma's gone and her parents are gone, but Hank is about to die in the next couple of days, and she doesn't really know how to deal with that because she has to deal with all on her own, like literally all on her own. He is the last family member in her life that truly believed in her, but literally is the only last family member standing physically, because Nate's going to jail for life and he will probably never see the light of day. And Hank is like, that family tree is like Hank and his wife, and then Nate's mom, then Nate's dad, and then Nina's mom came to the, like, Nate's father, and then Nina's mother. Nina came into the picture with Nate, and so like the whole family kind of mixtured into that factor. And Nina's grandparents on her mom's side are no longer living, and so it's kind of a whole weird situation where Hank transferred all the money in the estate and all like the business and everything to Nina, took Nate out of the will because he cannot be trusted, and plus, again, he will never see the light of day because he's going to jail for life. So it's like, what does she do? She's 19. She has a daughter. She's like going through these life changes. She's going through weight gain, you know, personal scarring emotionally and physically, and having to figure out what is she going to do for the rest of her life. Like, she's a stay-at-home mom currently right now because Darius has took it upon himself to drop out of high school at a very early age of his life, around like 17, to take care of one himself and his family and the future of their business one day if they ever open it up again. And so he has like this decision if he wants to go back to high school or get his GED technically and still work on like the family and everything and have a job, but he doesn't know if he's going to physically do that in this point in time. So that being said, Nina is like, okay, I can paint on the side, I can make art videos, and I can still be a stay-at-home mom, make videos, you know, sell my paintings to the art collector and all that stuff, and get an agent or a publicist or whatever to like do some like gain some fame as we, you know, are in this life together. And Darius helped her in that. Darius, you know, I would say persuaded, but yeah, he persuaded and encouraged Nina to go forth that track to pursue her dreams of still becoming an artist, but share it with the world to like the online presence. And so that is what she's doing currently right now, and she's doing really well for herself, and this like side income, this side hustle is helping her to, one, help sustain herself, but also help sustain Nevaeh as she grows up to be more of a child and a teen, and you know, as she gets older, because Darius and Nina both don't really have a lot of money to their name technically, because Savannah helped pay for, well, Savannah and Hank helped pay, well, no, Savannah and Darius's father helped pay for this house and like the majority of their stuff, just because, you know, they are young teens and they love each other, and so they wanted to help as much as possible, and they bought them a house. But they had to take care of like the mortgage and some of the bills and stuff like that until they were like financially stable to own it all. And they're kind of getting to that point where they can like physically and emotionally and financially own it all, where they can do things on their own. And I'm very proud of them of how far they have come since like 2017, but in reality, in the game of this time era, it's only like, it's 2018. 3 years ago, it was hold up. It's been like 4 freaking years. 15. So it was like 2013 in this time era. So like 2013 to 2018, it's been like 5-ish years, and it's kind of crazy how the fact, wait, hold up, it's been 4 years. 4 years, it's been 2014, I apologize. 2014, not 2013. 2014 was the time where, like, you know, things were happening, and, you know, she's doing her own thing, and they're doing their own thing, and then, you know, they come together 4 years later, have a house with a baby, and all these other things are happening. So I'm like, what did they do? I don't understand. And I don't know how to explain, I don't know how to express my feelings correctly towards The Sims, because everything that I make in The Sims I love, and I never really thought that making this one family with this extreme detailed storyline, I never really felt that I would be this attached to a family other than my own in real life. And so I want these people, I want Nina, Darius, Nevaeh, Max, Savannah, not Nate, Hank, Darius's father, Samson, our cat who passed away, Woofers, and kind of Darius's mother and her extended family to all be real. Because in a way, I love drama in The Sims, but in real life, I hate drama because drama irks me a lot. Did I just say irk? Anyway, I hate drama in real life a lot because it's too much to handle and I get overwhelmed. So I feel like if they brought their drama out into the real world, I might actually go insane, but I want them to be real, if that makes any sense, just because I love them too much for them to like just grow up before my eyes in The Sims, because I have aging on long, and the fact that I have it on long brings me a lot of joy because I can age them down anytime I want to. I can like size them up, like I can make them taller, shorter, whatever, give them like have periods or go through growth spurts or acne or losing teeth or whatever. And I love adding mods because it adds so much detail, so much more personalized gameplay, like the slice of life mod, extreme violence, you know, all the mods that are out there, like, you know, by Sacrificial, Kawaii Stacy, you know, Little Miss Sam, those people, and Nick Simmer. I mean, like, those people are so good at making mods, and they're like essential to my gameplay. They all make like gameplay type of mods that enhance my playing style and my gameplay and the families that I create and how I create my storylines, how I create my characters, what kind of makeover I will give them, and what their lives are going to be like in the next 20 years, the next 20 sim days, or whatever have you, in real life years, or if I ever make a book out of the Larson family. Who knows? I don't know. But this has been a long time coming. I don't know how to thank you all for watching this series, and if you haven't, I will leave the link down below to the playlist. The playlist is all the episodes I've made for the Cats and Dogs series, along with some other makeovers, just to keep it all in the same exact family tree, so it all can like make sense. Was like, because I've talked about their storylines in the cast videos when I made Nina, and also I believe Savannah, Max, and some other characters as well. But I want you guys to understand that they're not going anywhere. They're coming back better than ever with a bang, because we have a wedding to plan. We have a funeral to plan. We have a court date to like plan as well. So we got 3 major things in their life that are going to be hectic, and I just don't know how you are going to react to it, where I have to film it all, and it's gonna be a roller coaster of a ride. Let me tell you that. You thought it was gonna be happy, happy, happy all day, every day. No, 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 no. It's gonna be an emotional roller coaster. I may be angry. I may cry. I may laugh hysterically. I might even like just go ballistic and yell at my Sims for no apparent reason, because that is what I do. And that's what I do with all my Sims, basically, mostly with the Larson family, because they irk me a lot and I have things to say. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of what you guys are looking forward to 2019, but also the next chapter of the Larson family. And as well as, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!